Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Siti Fatimah Zahra binti Muhammad Nazri. I am from 5B1. Today, I will be presenting the innovations in forensic science, advanced techniques for human remains identification. The human identification plays a crucial role in forensic investigation, especially in natural disasters, war zones, and for decomposed remains. However, the traditional techniques in the forensic field now today has some limitation, especially if the remains are degraded. Hence, the new innovations are introduced to close the gap in human remains identification, like laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy with neural networks, rapid DNA profiling system, and AI-assisted dental reconstruction. These methods allow a faster, more reliable, and portable to be used in the field for human remains identification, even in challenging conditions or for degraded remains. Such innovations represent integrated molecular biology, artificial intelligence, and spectroscopy that improve accuracy and efficiency in forensic human identification for forensic investigations. The principle of advanced technology and innovation in human remains identification for forensic investigations is to identify individuals by the biological or chemical signatures remains by the human remains. Moreover, the technique focuses on human traits of bone, tissue, and dental construction. These technology and advanced innovations offer rapid and precise analysis on the remains. The first innovation is the LIBS-NN, which is laser-induced binaural spectroscopy neural networks. LIBS utilizes laser to extract bone element, while neural networks classify patterns from bone matrix and particles. This method offers invasive, portable, cost-effective, rapid, and precise analysis of the human remains identification. It also provides clear discrimination between human remains and foreign particles. Moving on to the next technique, rapid DNA profiling, which utilizes systems such as accelerated nuclear DNA equipment (ANDE) that enables the generation of full DNA profile in the span of 2 hours. This greatly reduces time and resources, especially in cases of mass fatalities, crime scenes, and war zones. Rapid DNA profiling is useful as it offers rapid, precise, and cost-effective analysis on the spot. Lastly is AI-assisted dental reconstruction. This is because that human dental is as unique as human fingerprints. This method combines cone-beam CT imaging, 3D dental modeling, and lastly AI imaging. The technique uses AI segmentation and CBCT imaging to automate identification even when conventional soft tissues are destroyed, such as in acid exposure cases or only skeletal remains, and also arson cases. The image produced is as compatible as the 2D antemortem records.
Hi, my name is Sharifah Nur Shakira binti Zaid Alwi. My student ID is 2023149935. So I will be presenting on the application and methodology. I begin first with the application. The first application was in the study utilized a method based on laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy combined with a supervised neural networks algorithm on archaeological bones. It can discriminate human remains based on characteristic spectral features. It helps reveal the influence of chemical exchange with soils in archaeological material. The biogenesis group provided partly successful discrimination in a realistic scenario. The diagenesis group failed to provide any kind of successful discrimination. Elemental bits related to bone and soil composition combined had a high chance of false positive. The open source NN software demonstrated its potential to be a reliable tool for LIBS application. It can be applied cost effectively and in the forensic field. LIBS is minimally disruptive, so official permission is needed for sampling. Combining LIBS and with osteometric methods can improve identification accuracy and reduce analysis time. Osteometric methods involve the measurement of bones to assess traits such as size, shape, and proportion, which help determine age, sex, ancestry, and even match bones to the same individual. Next application is in the rapid identification of human remains in mass disasters, forensic case work, and military operations. Rapid DNA analysis provide results in hours rather than days or weeks, allowing for faster identification of victims. It is useful for mass casualty events, war zones, or crime scenes. In such high-pressure situations, rapid and accurate identification is critical for operational efficiency and humanitarian response. The method allows testing directly at sea, so there's no need to send samples to the labs. This eliminates transport delays and enables first responders to act immediately. It generates DNA profiles in as little as 2 hours. This quick turnaround supports real-time decision-making and coordination with investigative and recovery teams. The system works on both fresh and degraded tissues even after 12 months. This ensures reliability even when remains are severely decomposed or exposed to harsh environments. It assists in family reunification and legal identification. By providing verified DNA images, it helps bring closure to families and support official documentation processes. Lastly, it reduces the time and resources needed for traditional forensic processing. Rapid DNA minimizes the burden on central forensic labs, speeding up overall response efforts. application was in the study which provides a method for identifying severely degraded human remains. This helps find out who someone is, even if the body is badly damaged. This is useful in cases involving acid destruction where conventional identification fails. So we know acid can destroy bones and teeth, but this method still works by showing that certain dental materials such as amalgam, composite, resist acid, and can be used for matching. This material stays strong in acid and can help provide identity, enables 3D to 2D matching of reconstructed postmortem dental patterns to antemortem records. It connects new 3D models of teeth with old dental records. Applies AI segmentation to automate forensic workflows, saving time and improving accuracy. So AI helps to work faster with fewer mistakes, and it can be used in mass disaster, homicide, or clandestine body disposal investigation. It's useful in serious cases like accidents or crimes. It also demonstrates potential for integrating AI, chemistry, and imaging in forensic science. By combining technology and science, makes forensic work become more better and more advanced. Moving on to methodology. For methodology in the study of first application, seven different bones from 5 individuals were used. The samples originated from archaeological excavations of burials at Cross Street Unitarian Chapel, Manchester, in UK. So bone fragments were analysed using laser induced breakdown spectroscopy. Lead spectra were divided into two groups. The first group included elements from bone matrix such as calcium, phosphorus, and group 2 included elements from soil contamination such as ferrum, aluminium, manganese. Each bone was scanned at 55 to 60 points using laser pulses. Principal component analysis was used to remove outlier spectra. Neural network models were trained using open source art software known as NeuralNet. So the NN model was trained and tested using both random and real case scenario datasets. Spectral correlation was then used to measure the accuracy, and different normalization methods were tested for best model performance. For methodology in the study of second application, samples were collected from 10 deceased human donors. Tissue types included buccal, muscle, liver, brain, tooth, and bone. Donors were placed above ground or stored in a morgue cooler. Sampling was done over different time intervals up to 1 year. Rapid DNA system, which is accelerated nuclear DNA equipment, was used to analyze all samples. In this case, there are two chip type used: a chip for buccal, a chip for tissue and bone. Full DNA profiles were generated in under 2 hours, and DNA profiles were compared with traditional lab results for validation. For methodology in the study of the application, a human mandible with teeth was used from a history and identified forensic source. 3 types of dental fillings such as amalgam, glass ionomer, and composite were prepared. Digital optical scanning and cone beam CBCT were used before and after dental restoration. Advanced AI, convolutional neural networks and base segmentation was then applied to CBCT data for automated jaw and tooth mapping. Convolutional neural network is a type of deep learning algorithm that is especially effective for analyzing visual data such as medical forensic image like X-ray, CT scan, or CBCT. The mandible was sectioned into 5 parts and subjected to sequential exposure to 75% of frequency. Micro CT scans were taken at different intervals to observe structural changes, and then at the RFIR spectroscopy was used to assess chemical degradation of bone and dental tissues. 3D models of preserved dental fillings were matched to deep pre-mortem dental records for identification.
Hi everyone, today I'll be sharing something super exciting: how forensic science is evolving to identify human remains faster and more accurately using cutting-edge technology. Our focus is on 3 advanced techniques that are changing the game, especially in tough cases like mass disasters or acid-damaged bodies. The first one is rapid DNA analysis. Imagine you are at a disaster site, many victims, and time is very critical. Traditional lab DNA testing, too slow. But with this rapid DNA machine, everything is done on site in under 2 hours. No lab and no expert needed. They tested this type on different parts, different body parts, even teeth and bones after 1 year of exposure, and still got full DNA profiles. These tools was actually used in the 2018 California wildfire to identify victims quickly, and that's huge. Next, we have a combo of laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy or LIBS and neural networks. Yes, AI again. Here's the problem. Sometimes the remains are scattered, mixed up, or degraded, especially in old mass graves or war zones. This technique looks at the elemental fingerprints in bones like calcium, phosphorus, and strontium, and then use AI to match which bone belongs to which person. It's like CSI meets Iron Man. Super fast, portable, and way cheaper than DNA in some cases. Now, this one is wild. Let's say someone tried to destroy a body with acid. Teeth usually survive longer, but even they cannot get damaged. So, this team used 3D dental pattern reconstruction with AI, which are micro CT and cone beam CT to scan the teeth and jaw, FTIR spectroscopy to study how dental materials change chemically, and AI to digitally rebuild the person's dental record in 3D. What's cool? Dental fillings. It's like composites and amalgams actually survive acid better than teeth. So they use those to digitally match the pattern to real-life dental records. Genius! Before I end, let's talk about some ways to improve these techniques and make them even more powerful. First, the tech side. We need to make tools like rapid DNA and LIBS more available, especially in developing countries or field conditions. Also, many AI models are trained with limited datasets. We need global standardized data so results are more reliable no matter where the case is. Next, human experts. AI is great, but we still need skilled humans behind the scenes. Forensic teams should be cross-trained, not just in lab work, but also in handling AI tools. And more collaboration between different fields, AI, chemistry, and anthropology, will really push this forward. And finally, more research. We need to test how these methods hold up over longer time frames and in tough environments like heat, burial, ocean. Plus, many studies focus on average adult cases. Let's include more diverse samples like children, elderly, different ethnic backgrounds to make the identification more inclusive and accurate.
To wrap up, LIMS combined with neural networks is a promising innovation in human remains identification. It offers rapid, non-destructive screening, letting us get elemental data from bones quickly. The use of neural networks adds another layer, helping analyze complex data for possible individual identification, focusing on biogenic elements like calcium and phosphorus, also improve accuracy by minimizing environmental interference. However, there are still challenges, such as diagenesis and soil contamination can alter the chemical profile, which affecting the results. Also, these methods need careful optimization, and there can be practical hurdles like sampling permissions. In short, while LIMS combined with neural networks is a powerful tool, it still needs refinement for wider forensic use. Second innovation, Rapid DNA, offers major advantages in identifying human remains. It speeds up DNA profiling to under 2 to 3 hours, even for bone samples, which is a huge improvement over traditional methods. It is also fully automated and easy to use, meaning even non-experts can operate it. Plus, it can be deployed on site, ideal for disaster or crime scenes where time is critical. But it has limitation. Degraded or older samples may produce weaker results, and certain bone types are harder to process. More research is still needed, especially for long-term buried or highly compromised remains. In short, Rapid DNA is fast, efficient, and field-ready, but its reliability still depends on sample quality. Our third innovation highlights how AI is transforming forensic identification, especially in dental analysis. 3D dental reconstruction using micro-CT and CBCT allow for detailed digital comparison even with damaged remains. AI-powered segmentation like CNNs speed up image analysis, dramatically turning hours of work into minutes. Plus, chemometric tools like ATR-FTIR help assess chemical degradation, confirming that dental materials like amalgam can withstand extreme conditions. Still, the study had its limits. It used an old, dry skeleton and brand new dental materials, which may not fully reflect real-world cases involving fresher remains or bone restorations. Overall, this approach shows strong potential, but more realistic testing is needed.